actually just finished on normal difficulty. I believe that I got probably a worse ending, but now that I've played somewhat and have a concept for what I can do on this game, I was going to see if I could do it on SuperNova. So let's go ahead and go SuperNova. I'm going to have subtitles on. So basically, I pretty much speed ran, I think.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Just in case somebody hasn't seen this, I'm gonna let it play through all the cutscenes and stuff. There's Phineas.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Alright, so when I did my first, back to what I was saying before, I'm doing this on Nova because I played it on normal. I'm gonna use what I have learned and try to get a better ending, because the ending that I got, I did end up taking side with the board. I just felt like it was putting too much on Phineas. It was putting too much on one person, and it didn't end up how I figured it would. But I'm not going to spoil it. It just didn't turn out the way that I'd hoped. So I'm going to go in with this trying to do an alternate way. Okay. So, first thing
you're going to have people hanging off you like tumors on a cysty pig.
We want our charisma as high as possible. I did charisma and dexterity. And actually, I think, which one does engineering? See, that charisma really helps with the factions.
And an intelligent colonist. I remember when we had those.
That dexterity, though, that gives you that.
I wonder if you're also morally flexible.
That's for the reload. That's a perception.
With your sharp eyes, you could have been an Aetherwave detective. You've got a once-in-a-generation mind.
So, I'm not seeing anybody on here, but you know, that's to be expected. I don't have any subs at all. So, this is my first video for this channel. I'm
I
probably
see you had a knack
I'm
for
just gonna run with the same type of
misappropriation.
build that I did last time, because it seemed to be very efficient when it come to fighting as well as talking to people, I guess you'd say. Wait a minute. That just does handguns. We'll go intelligence then, because I didn't use any handgun. Yeah. We'll say intelligence.
Finally, evidence of intelligent life in Halcyon.
Alright. What's next? Alright, here's what we want. We got 2 points. To tag, I guess. We're gonna tag our stealth.
Things tend to vanish off tables whenever you're around.
Our tech. You know what? I was breaking into a lot of stuff last time. Let's go ahead and bump our dialogue.
You could make a vicar doubt the law.
Okay. And I do believe I took the cashier last time. But on SuperNova, what should I do? What should I do? I think probably either the engineering, the medical. I think there's one for science. Yeah. So, science is really only, science is kind of broad, but I've always taken that. And I haven't really watched any playthroughs, or walkthroughs or any of that Let's Plays about this game. So I don't really know what all this stuff does. I just have a general idea. It was my belief that the science helped your hacking and stuff, your tech, and that your engineering. But with that being separate, that makes me think that the science weapons get buffed from that. So I think what I'm going to do is take medical.
Maybe you can do something about this lump in my neck.
And I do need that health. Alright, now, I'm obviously a male. I'm just gonna, I don't like to see a whole bunch of, when I watch videos, I don't like to see a ton of stuff. You know, and since this is first person, it really isn't that bad, you know. I'll bring it in. Yeah, that's better. A little bit. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. Yeah, that's roughly. Alright. This is like girls stuff. We'll just go with the wind blown look, like the, that's not really my hair, but let's see if we can get the right color at least. That's pretty close. That's not quite perfect. I do have facial hair, not that. That's more, more like that, actually. And my facial hair is a different color than my hair. Darker. Not that much darker. And it's got like a reddish tint, so we're gonna go ahead and do that right there. And I am Krognak. Obviously. Alright. Like that, being up so high so quick. Okay. Alright. Let's watch this cutscene.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Like I said, I'm gonna let these cutscenes play just for anybody who hasn't seen these or had access to these.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
I appreciate you guys for coming on and watching. I don't know how to actually go and look in at my chat or nothing.
Shit. Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? A bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
This is pretty funny right here. Shows you how old it is. Remember the Hope. And this is actually my first live broadcast. I've recorded videos before on other channels. I didn't really get a whole lot of people because I kind of let the game speak for itself. And
can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
I'm scared, anxious. The SuperNova is definitely going to be more difficult. And I only played on normal, and I only did one run through. So I kind of know what I'm doing, but we'll see how much harder SuperNova is.
Ah, you've landed.
Okay.
Good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
Okay.
Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh?
Tutorial.
Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
I forget which way to go. Oh, yeah. Gotta sneak past these things. Oh yeah, it ain't quite there yet. It's around that corner. Take the adrenal, we're gonna need that. Off in the brush. Off in the brush. Creepy little pups. Alright. See there.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side.
With me being on SuperNova. Yeah, I don't want to do that because I need to save my adrenal.
Hey, you, come here.
Okay.
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings.
I can patch you.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
What happened to you?
We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
Oh yeah? You're hiding in a cave. Blocked off the exit, man. You are good as dead, but... what were you doing here?
Investigating an illegally grounded ship. All spacecraft must arrive and depart from authorized landing pads. That's board law, that is. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
But, I got a better idea. Give me that gun.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my... All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Here, we'll go through there and go back up. I accidentally hit the skip button. Canisters. Yeah, I'll go get help. Set that there just for a split second. And I'm live streaming this, but this is going to be saved onto YouTube, so you can go back if you'd like to read it. Okay. Alright, I'm off. Okay. I'll take it. I'm kind of a jerk. I just want as much stuff as I can. I don't care about, you know, anything but getting myself stocked up. It's really my prerogative. I wonder. Yeah, I know how to do that. Thank you. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I only got 2 open. I need 3 at least, and 4 would be nice. Okay. Now, normally, I would kill him and take his stuff, but I can get approval from Spacer's Choice for helping him out, so.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Yep, know how to do that, thank you. Alright, with me being on SuperNova, It's gonna be a lot harder. You have to take it easy. Okay. Got our first melee weapon. Got another light pistol. Get all this stuff. Alright. Pick up as much as I can. I need as much as possible in bits. Bits is the currency. Go ahead and unlock this. Get what's in here. Fish sticks. And I do want a melee weapon on here. That's 51, that does 30, so yeah. Ooh, that's pristine. Sorry. Does more, I do believe. 20. It's the same. I really don't understand what the diamond's about them. But let's go ahead and break. Yeah, you know what? We'll sell them for bits. Okay. Let's just get through this as quickly as possible. Okay. Got two down here. I think if my memory serves me, there was another one down there. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a little bit closer. Yeah. He's one over there. Already screwing up. Already doing bad. Oh man. Okay. Well. I accidentally hit my button. Now I got a couple more. So one to get us back up to at least half. That'll be better than none. Alright. Not as bad off as I thought I was. Not as great as I thought it was. I do believe. Yeah. And now here, I need to get to this ship.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed!
What's doing? I'm gonna use these people.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
You found me. I found one of your
Really?
people.
How is he?
Still a moron. Yeah, cause I don't want to tell her about me patching him up because he said he'd get in trouble. So it's gonna be a little bit mean.
Of course I am. I'm a
Better to
superior
call
officer.
moron,
Stands to
keep
reason, don't it?
secret than
Just you watch.
rat him out.
I'll cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
Okay, I'm gonna do a persuade.
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Now, last time, I did it by myself, but because I'm on a way higher than normal difficulty, I'm gonna let them take care of it.
I just earned a fine bonus.
They done did it, didn't they? Way to go, guys. Pick up all this stuff then. I've noticed since I've started playing this that there's been a bug where if you go to look at something, it'll highlight it. And then if you look away, sometimes it won't highlight it back. So if you miss it the first time, then it's just over. It's like it bugs out. Go ahead.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
I'm gonna be nice to her.
Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4,
Oh my
3,
gosh, just trying to
2, 1.
basically the tutorial stuff, in my opinion. This whole first...
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
It's not. It's just very well programmed.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty.
Level up faster.
High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new captain's identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
First level. I like
The
this
navigation
map.
console
Can't get to it yet. Yeah, I know how to level
is
up.
offline at this
Can't get to
time,
it yet,
Captain.
but the map is really cool. It's 3D. I like it. Go ahead and pick up everything that there. Oh, I can't do that right now. I ain't got no pigs.
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench. I suppose everything on the Unreliable belongs to you now, Captain. Help yourself. No, really.
Before I take my level. Because there's not necessarily anything that I want, but you know, everything is bits. all about the goal. It's always about the money. The more money you have, the better off you are. That's just the facts of life.
These are the crew's quarters. Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me.
This yet. And that was really
These surveillance devices allow me to monitor you constantly. Please ignore them.
I got my first shotgun. That's nice. Know how to use a workbench already. So I'm gonna break down the one pistol and repair my other one. I don't really need a shotgun yet, but it is a long guns. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I can't repair that. Okay, that's... I would break those ones down, the melee weapons, but... Would break those melees down, but they, let's see what's best. Get 3 armor from that, but it's both my tech skills. Get the stealth skills from that. I'd rather have the tech. And those are both one-handed, but they are better armor. Probably should have did that earlier. I really wish there were some pigs. I think there was some pigs in here somewhere. I guess not. Okay, yeah. That was one, wasn't it? No, it's just a glimmer off that. Okay. Let's head to the Vale. And as soon as I step out here,
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
you got it all wrong. I'm a safety inspector.
Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I'd report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Alright. Take care. Let's go ahead and take this. I'll go into we want our guns up as fast as possible. And yeah, I know how to do that. I'm going to automatically take that 50% base health. That's going to make things so much easier. And then we can start to make that journey. But I don't know how to, I know that I've got to eat and sleep. But I don't know how to check my dehydration or anything like that. I'll figure it out. Alright, let's see. Gotta go over here. So just go straight through here. Actually, we'll go. Oh, we ain't even got that one. Shotgun's way better than a pistol. And I do believe these guys up here. See if we can stealth them. Get off a good shot. guy up there. I ain't gonna tempt the fates. Try to shoot from this far away and wait till he walks back up here. Do 2 pumps in his chest. Well. Looks like everybody's left, but I'm gonna keep broadcasting. Where do you guys switch over to pistol. Residents. Oh man. Are these my friends that I just killed? They're dressed like residents. Huh. Or maybe these guys are already dead. I think that one of these bodies gas pile. I guess not. Okay. Continuing on. I don't think that I actually came through this main way the first time. Like the way you're supposed to go, I did not go. So it's kind of different to do what you're supposed to do, huh? When normally I just run around shooting stuff. Alright, put the gun away since we're in town.
Whoa, hey,
buddy.
Where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's Marauder territory, friend.
Alright, I'm just passing through.
Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
You know, I would try to get that experience. But I don't want that. I don't know. I don't want to start off just being a liar the whole time. But I do want the experience.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
I'm looking for the power regulator.
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road.
Okay.
Yeah? Former people, yeah. Marauder's been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards. Well, if you're gonna go headhunting, talk to Constable Reyes back in town. She pays for marauders by the finger. Couldn't tell you. No, I mean, I'm contractually prohibited from saying anything that might reflect poorly on Spacer's Choice. Ah, avoid it. Shouldn't have said that either. Look, forget I said anything.
Okay. need those fees collected.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
Alright. Why is he a special
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Alright, I'll be back. Oh, wish I would have watched that. I jumped through and didn't read it. I need to go back. Was that in... Alright, that wasn't in that. Exploration. The basics was it's probably in basics. Here we go. Thirst. In SuperNova, you gotta drink every few hours to prevent dehydration. Consuming non-alcoholic drink will clear your thirst. Dexterity, perception, and intelligence. And eventually death. Okay, inventory. So I'm thirsty. It's a sugary drink. Dehydrated water tablets. Water without the... Just add air. I don't know. I'm gonna wait. Just wait for a while. Let's, while we're outside, run by and get, wait, where's that? It's through here. Get what we can. I know it's still, but, I'm gonna die. Nice. Little bitty bit of bits. Some bits. I ain't got enough picks. Take that. Take the bits. Bits. Okay. Anything in here? I don't think there is. It's a bathroom. There's some picks. Shovel. Now that one guy is out here by the landing pad, so let's head over there. Don't want to really fall out. Okay, here he is. Hey, buddy.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
I'm actually here about, that money.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
This guy's got a quest line for us.
The war. The coming apocalypse. Man versus machine. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies. Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about. Firing at the birds. Orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Okay. Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
That's good.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. So tuna cans, mostly. Some Spacer's chaw. Few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Yeah, you know, I think I need that enlistment.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name.
75 bits, that's not bad. What you need done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Alright, I'll let you know. And we're gonna go in here and loot this when he leaves. Should be right now. Eat as much as I can. Can't sleep in there. Cause you only sleep when you get. Ain't got enough pigs. Ain't that a twist? Let's go over here, discover these vending machines. What's this? I didn't see this last time. I wonder what that is. Alright. So get rid of our junk. I know how to vend. I'm gonna sell all my junk. Sell the excess guns and weapons. So the shovel. I'm keeping that. Oh wait. No, this is the tennis ball stick that's picked up. Get rid of that. Let's see if that's any better than what I'm using. I got 51, 58. So, yeah, it is better. Okay. So, as far as consumables, we want to sell all our alcoholic beverages. I don't want to be out here and drink something that is bad. And get rid of the alcohol. Keep that. Keep that. Keep that. Keep those. Keep those. Keep that for now. I don't want that. That's a caffeinated drink. But it could be good, so I'll hold on to it. Okay. Alright, let's, we got anything else to sell? Let's go ahead and buy. Can't we buy these? My barter is not good enough. So let's go ahead and buy all the Adreno that we can buy. I hold off. Keep our bits for now. We'll kill this automaton. Alright, let's see what we're first. Alright, gotta kind of look up at the sky. Thirst and our sleep are down. And our food is down just a little bit. So, let's go kill this guy. Whatever it is. Break out the shotgun. Before we do that, let's go in here and loot. Too light, a heavy and melee. Take all this stuff. Not a whole lot in here, but it's something. Sliced bread. Let's go in here and kill this guy. I'm gonna use the assault rifle. If you look at these guys here, they have a blue area on their bodies, right there. You see that? It's almost like an off switch. Let's go collect the rest of these. Collect the rest of these fees. I don't think I'm high enough level. Yeah, I should have took log picking. Try to not waste ammunition. And let's experience it away. Even, you know, seems like every RPG you play is some type of rat killing at the beginning of it. Sprats are just rats. This way. Actually, loot. I don't want to waste my ammo on that. Jerk. Come back for some of this stuff. Some other stuff that we can hack that. I'd like that a lot. Hey boss, just wanted to check up on the new Saltuna Light project. I've been brainstorming some new taglines for the product line. And I think some of them will be really catch our customers' attention. I appreciate your hard work on behalf of our beloved brand of Saltuna. I've just received a response from corporate. We're not interested in your idea of a light version of salt tuna. Oh man. Of lighter salt tuna. Effective immediately. We have been instructed to use heavier weighted cans so we can pack them with less salt tuna, thereby saving bits to every can. This is exactly the kind of breakthrough our cannery needs. So they're using the heavier cans to they're using heavier cans so that they can make more money. That's not right. I mean, it is what it is, but yeah, I wouldn't put it past the corporations we have today. It's all just about the dollar. Take these bypass shunts. Those are good for hacking computers. Breaking my legs. Alright. I don't think there's anything I missed. Other than that, it's locked. I can't get it. And I think this is too high. Yeah. That's too high. Other than those, should be good. These look like, I don't know the name of them. But you pick them when you're a kid and you blow on them and they go everywhere. Thought that was kind of cool. The aesthetic in this game is really out there. I guess that's why they named it Outer Worlds. Emerald Vale, yeah, that's what it's called. Alright. Location is good. But fast travel is impossible on this, so we're gonna go straight to the cannery. Money from her. Because she owes me.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Give me them fees.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
I do think this is kind of messed up. How they basically force whoever finds it, if they ain't got no family, to pay. That's kind of...
I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
Once you get back to work, let's go ahead and... I know it's wrong to steal, but I can't help it. It seems like no matter what game I play, I always turn into a crazed kleptomaniac. That's another thing. They actually base your medical treatment off of your work. So, and it's not a certain amount of work, it's just whatever they feed you. So, you could come in and do 80 hours a week, and if you feel like you're working hard enough, then you're just out all the time. Zero G's gonna come in handy, making us bits. Too low. Let's get these fees. I don't think I actually marked it. Yeah. Oh no. That's yeah, I don't think I marked it on there. Let's get this old man.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy. You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state? You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick. Wait, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am feeling a little under the weather, but I swear I'm on the mend. Please, don't tell the constable. And become the town pariah? I'm already the oldest worker in town. I don't need to give him another reason to avoid me. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't you? Do a good turn for an expiring old man?
Yeah, I'll take a job.
There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center.
Need as much
powerful
as
stuff.
possible.
Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
I'll do it.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
Okay, now I need that gravesite fee.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
I'm alive.
Look, I got my gravesite fees right here.
Oh,
see? I'm good for my word. Get me that medicine, and I'll see to your payment.
Will you be?
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Yeah, she wants to buy the supplies. So
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary.
She does pay the best.
I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead. All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
I'll think about it.
That's all I can ask of you.
Okay. So, looks like we're getting kinda... I think that's thirst. Yeah, that's thirst. Getting kinda thirsty. Let's see if this helps. See if these pills help. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. do that. I just want to take it. Did that help? It did. So now we know those pills help us.
You read the latest report?
Only the part that...
Hi there.
I don't know you.
I'm gonna stick with the Hawthorne just to get the experience.
The Unreliable, you say? Never heard of any company supply ship with that particular name. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
It's Spacer's Choice. I'm gonna do perception.
Am I that easy to read? Yeah, we've been having some problems lately. Loyalty issues, lines in the sand. I know where folk in Edgewater stand. But you, I don't know you. If you're gonna have a drink, I'd like to ask that you do it within the premises. Can't have you taking drinks over to those deserters.
Fine by me.
Coming right up.
Okay. I know how to merchant, thank you. Okay, so... Okay, got one mod. Go ahead and sell the alcoholic beverages. 0G. And caffeinated drinks. Cigarettes. And the ointment. That's ointment too. Oh no, that's tuna. Salt tuna. What is that? That's tobacco. Oh, I can't quite read it. Oh, that's salt tuna. What's this? Tartarus sauce. Okay. Okay, I don't need that. It's not got the inventory. Don't need that one. I'll keep that for now. I need to keep a hold of this food, but food's not really hard to come by, neither is water. Okay, let's see where we're at. We've been broadcasting for about an hour now. Let's go ahead and keep doing this one and grab this last one from the burger. Can we grab this? Yep, this, I'm just skipping ahead because I don't want to have to do the running back and forth. This is blackmail on him. Let's do this stuff too, because this guy's got some stuff on that we want. I believe this does too, yeah. I think that's it from out of here. Don't mind me.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
I can show you my hands.
No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for
Week, not very long. You know, I noticed there's a lot of 4, 5, and 6 hour sessions. I need your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You're broke.
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bitless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Pay up.
With what? My own blood? Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. And that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Just give him an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
What about the gold teeth?
You know about Eugene? How?
I'm a mind reader.
You were probably poking around my things. I really shouldn't leave my letters sitting out in the open. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
I don't care. I'm just here to collect your dues.
Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Temperament, intelligence, and strength. 2 hours every day. That's about what we live on now, isn't it? Okay, let's turn this in. And it kind of sucks that you gotta go back to the ship every time. Alright. Let's go back. Oh, Silas. Hey, Silas. Here's your dude.
Fancy threads. That's some kind of hibernate. You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
Okay. Where am I away from?
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
It's over for something.
Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
What did I get? 300 bits. And then 150 bits. That's 450 bits. Okay. From the sheriff real quick. I forgot to do that while I was inside. This canid is pretty cool. They're kind of like dogs. Pick up this quest from the sheriff to get these marauders, and then we'll go drop off the quest at the docks. Once we do that, we'll go ahead and fast travel back to the ship.
Heard something outside the walls today.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna stop.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
He's off the bread.
Might be bits back here. Anything good back here? Always stuff where you least expect it. Okay. Let's go up here and talk to this guy real quick.
The grease monkey. Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I'm a freelancer. I'll work for you.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Yes.
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. The geothermal plant was built by our owners, Spacer's Choice. Lit up the whole Vale once upon a time. Most of the Vale is now abandoned. All that power is going to waste. We could use the power. Cannery's been struggling. If we don't ramp up productivity, the company might cut us loose.
Last time I rerouted the power to him and then got the factory workers to come over here, or the deserters to come over here.
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Okay. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Alright.
Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith, for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented, and may prove useful to you.
Sure.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpin.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help.
Yep, bye. I know this. Now on this one...
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
And I am bound to reads key. Oh yeah, I forgot to level. Let's go ahead and level our lives down. Ooh, that's not good. Alright guys, well, we're gonna go to the bottom of the canyon, and then we're gonna go ahead and get off here. We'll drop this other quest off whenever we get back in. I do not know when it's gonna be.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Can we talk?
Save. Oh, we can't save. Yeah, let's do it.
Sorry. It's just... Where are we headed?
You're heading to the ship. We're going to the ship. We have to be able to save. And if we save, we gotta go to the ship. So I'm gonna have to walk back. I can't travel. I can only fast travel my ship.
Damn, that outlaw went and came half an hour ago. I'm glad you don't lie to me.
I guess I'm gonna have to walk back to save.
Come on, man.
When I was little...
Bring us honor. You can... On the double...
Alright, we can auto-save. Manual save's gotta be in here, though. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and leave it at that. So, I'll be broadcasting again sometime this week. We'll see you next time for the episode of The Outer Worlds.